This senior class pulled a crazy prank. One night before school, they sent a few people out to pet stores to buy buckets and buckets of crickets. Oh, we got this. This is gonna be the best prank ever. Then, right before lunch, they poured buckets of crickets into any trash can they could find. Well, that day during lunch, a fight broke out. People were pushing and shoving each other. Hey, wait a minute. A crowd begins to form. And amidst all this chaos, these garbage cans got knocked over. And I guess the crickets that have been sitting in there saw this as an opportunity to go crazy. So now there's this wave, this swarm of crickets just going all over the place, and people are freaking out. It turns into chaos. Nobody knows why there's an army of crickets, and somebody pulls a fire alarm. Within minutes, the school loses complete control. And at the end of the day, pest control was there trying to fix the situation, trying to get rid of all these crickets, and I guess they did their best. Weeks go by, then months, and crickets are still showing up in classrooms, in lockers. Years later, every so often, you could hear them at night in the ceiling, all because of one senior prank. And honestly, that's legendary. This guy went to a friend's house for dinner. Everything was chill until the milk came out. It was a really big family. They were at the table, it was loud. Every single person there gets a glass of milk. And milk for you, 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 milk for me. Bruh. Well, then it starts getting weird. The dad reaches over and grabs his son's milk. Hey son, let me see your cup. I'm done with mine. And he pours his leftover milk into his son's cup. Then the mom decides she's done with her milk, so she pours her milk into her daughter's cup. And this just keeps going. When everyone decides they're done drinking milk, they pour it into somebody else's cup. So like milky backwash just rotating through everybody. Now the guest, he's just like, what is going on here? If someone finishes their milk and they want more, I want some more milk, mom. Oh, that's perfect. I'm done with mine. I'll give you it. She just pours it into his cup. At this house, milk does not get wasted. It does not get poured down the sink. It gets recycled. And if everybody at the table is done with their milk, but there's still milk in the cups, they pour that milk back in the carton. And my friends, that is absolutely disgusting. In elementary school, this guy had one friend. I have one friend. It's me. The thing is, this kid got bullied a lot. So whenever his friend hung out with him at school, his friend would also get bullied. Dude, whenever I hang out with you, your bully also bullies me. I know, I'm sorry. So they made a rule. They wouldn't hang out at school. They wouldn't hang out at recess. They weren't friends in class. They only hung out after school where nobody could see them. That's messed up. So at school, this kid was pretty much alone. Well, one day during recess, a popular kid asked him if he wanted to kick a ball around. Hey bro, you want to play kickball with me? Sure. This was completely out of nowhere. He was shocked. This never happened to him. Well, they started actually having fun. That's when the popular kid said this. Dude, this is fun, man. You're not as bad as your friend says you are. What? Turns out that kid's friend was bullying him behind his back, starting bad rumors about how bad of a guy he was, being a complete two-faced jerk. He stopped talking to his friend altogether, even after school. And he actually became pretty good friends with the popular guy. Hey, what's up, Carl? Bro, leave us alone, man. We're having a conversation. Yeah, jerk. What a horrible friend. This story's hilarious. When this girl was little, for some reason, she thought sneezing was hilarious. The scene in Beauty and the Beast where Belle's dad sneezes in his workshop and dust flies everywhere, she loved it. She would rewind it and watch it over and over again. Well, one day, when she was in kindergarten, she somehow found out that a student who was in first grade was very allergic to pollen. So she had an idea. Every day at recess, she would go outside, pick a handful of dandelions, and chase her around the playground. Come here, come here. No. And when she would get close enough, she would shove the dandelions in this girl's face. Well, it got to a point where one day at recess, she was chasing her around with dandelions as usual. But this time, the reaction was more than a sneeze. She was sent to the hospital. And from that day on, whenever she wanted to watch someone sneeze, she would just go on YouTube. Sleep over at his friend's house, they're chilling in his friend's bedroom. Come here. Oh, man, you win again. Well, this kid turns his head for a second, and he sees his friend's grandma standing in the doorway just staring at him. At first he's like, okay, this guy's grandma's pretty weird, but I'm not gonna say anything. A little while later, this kid goes down to the kitchen to grab a drink. He gets in, opens the fridge, he feels that weird feeling that someone's watching him, then he closes the fridge, and the grandma's right there. It's like she appeared out of nowhere. He heads back upstairs to hang out with his friend, and they close the door this time. His friend says, "Hey, yo, my dad's gonna run me to the store really quick to buy something for school tomorrow. You good here?" "Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm tired. I'm probably just gonna, take a nap here. Close my eyes." "All right, I'll be back in a second." Kid closes his eyes, and he's just dozing off for a little bit. So that's when he feels the mattress shift. He opens his eyes. Oh. The grandma's sitting on the edge of the bed with her fingers crossed, looking at him politely. "Hello, I'm Grandma." "I'm Grandma." "Hi, Grandma. Hi. I'm gonna get a cookie. You want one?" Sure." "Okay. Shh. Don't tell the family." And she goes away. She never comes back with the cookie, but his friend returns. "What's up, bro?" "Yo, bro, what's up with your grandma, man? She's stalking me." "Oh, she just does that, man. She likes to know where everybody is at all times. I think she was watching me sleep." "Oh, well, you're lucky." "How am I lucky?" After that night, he never sleeps over there ever again. Black markets kids ran in their schools. A follower submission. A kid at this guy's school knew how to pick locks, and he was pretty good at it. Well, one day, he had an idea for how to make some extra money. He started telling everybody in his school that he knew how to pick locks, and if they ever wanted to break into somebody's locker and steal something, they could always come to him. He would charge $5 to pick one lock and $8 to pick two, and business was booming. Apparently, that school was filled with a bunch of thieves. Well, as you can imagine, one day, a teacher caught him in the act. He was forced to pay the school $1,200 in damages, and he had to somehow return all of the items that people had stolen from other kids. How to lucid dream. A lucid dream is a dream in which you know you are dreaming and you can do whatever you want in that dream. It starts off just like any normal dream. Once you become aware that this world is not real and that you are in fact in a dream, the possibilities become endless. One of the first and most basic steps of learning how to lucid dream is to write down your dreams every night. Whatever you remember, even if it's just a small fragment, this will improve your dream recall. The next one is to do reality checks. Throughout your day, set alarms or reminders to take a second to question your reality. Like right now. Am I in a dream? Let's try to put my finger through my hand. It didn't go through, so I'm pretty sure I'm not dreaming, but there have been times where I did this, and my finger went through, and I realized I was dreaming, and then I had lunch with Adam Sandler. These are just the basic steps, but this app called Yoru X has helped many people lucid dream. If you want it, go here, then here, then here to get it. It was supposed to be a normal middle school sleepover, but then things got crazy. It was 4 friends, they were all in 8th grade. They had the sleeping bags in the basement, Nerf guns, soda, the usual. They go upstairs, they're playing video games, but then one of the friends says this, "Yo, what's that behind the fence over there?" "Oh, that's my neighbor's hot tub. We should go in it." Oh. Wait a minute. They laughed it off at first, but 1:30 a.m. hits. The parents are asleep, and they went outside. "Are we really doing this? This is a bad idea, guys." "Shut your mouth, Ralphie." "Everyone chill out. We're going in." Next thing you know, all 4 of them are sitting in the neighbor's hot tub, snacking on Doritos, and someone's playing music from their phone. Okay, this is really nice. Pure relaxation, boys. Pure relaxation. All right, we should get out soon, guys. Shut the hell up. Well, that's when, all of a sudden, the backyard floodlights go on. Oh my god, run. Yeah, there's 4 kids in my hot tub right now. Get out of here. The next morning, everybody's in the kitchen having breakfast. Everyone's worried about last night. Well, the doorbell rings. "Oh, I'll get that." Wait, no. "Hi, Mr. Johnson." "Hi, Carol. We should have a conversation." She found out everyone gets in big trouble, but that sleepover went down in history as one of the greatest of all time. It started as this dumb thing. Some kid threw their own backpack into the air to be funny. It got caught on the top of one of the worst trees on campus. Thin branches, really high up, impossible to climb it seemed like. They tried everything. "Here, I'll throw my shoe at it." "Dang it. I'll throw a trash can at it." Dang it. Nothing was working. That's when one kid suggested this. "Guys, we should call Squirrel Boy." "No way, dude." "Bro, we can't call Squirrel Boy." But there was no other option. So every school has that one kid. Well, this school had Squirrel Boy. He wore fingerless gloves. He said things like, "The ground is only a suggestion." He once perched on top of the basketball hoop during a game. "Get down from there." He scaled the brick wall on the side of the school building just to prove a point. And one time, he sat at the top of the flagpole for the entire lunch period, perched. Everybody would make fun of him, but on that day, they needed him. Somebody texted him. 10 minutes later, jogged around the corner eating trail mix. Didn't ask what happened. He saw the backpack, he saw the tree, and he knew what he had to do. I got this. He literally climbed the entire tree in like 3 seconds, and he threw that backpack down. The second he got down, he just walked away. Thanks, Squirrel Boy. Yeah, thanks, Squirrel Boy. Squirrel Boy's cool now. And from that moment on, nobody made fun of Squirrel Boy ever again. This petty revenge is chef's kiss. The person that shared this story said that one night she was driving home after a long, hard day at work, and she decided to stop at her favorite cookie store. It was right before closing, but she wanted to get in there really fast and take a cookie home for her and her husband.
Hi, yes, I know you're closing soon, but I just want to get 2 cookies.
Well, as she was walking up to the counter to place her order, a man rushes into the store, pushes her out of the way, and cuts her in line. Yeah, excuse me.
What?
Yeah, hi, I wanna... sorry, bro, she was definitely here before you. Well, she was still kind of mad about the situation, so when she went to place her order...
Thank you so much. I'll take every single cookie you have in the store.
You want our entire stock?
Yes.
What? Sorry, bro, we actually just ran out. It's crazy. Here are your cookies. Thank you. Q. Alright, the slap didn't happen, but everything else was true. Still, that guy sucks. Good for her. This kid started grading the teacher. It was a normal 7th grade class, and the teacher was exhausting. She talked too fast, she never explained anything, and her lessons were always boring. So before colonization, the Native Americans were showing signs of societal systems, and you see, it was really interesting because the colonization never happened. Well, this one kid, one day, decided to leave her a note. And it wasn't rude, it was a sticky note that he put on her desk. It said, "You talk really fast, it's hard to keep up. And you skipped the lab yesterday. You were actually excited for that." He didn't sign it, and the next day, class feels different. She slows down, she starts with a story about her night. Guys, you won't believe it, last night I was feeding my cat, and then later I thought the cat food was tuna, and I ate some. And at the end of class, she says this. Also, class, if you ever have any thoughts about how I teach or suggestions, feel free to leave a note right here. You don't gotta sign it or anything. It's actually very helpful. And now notes are showing up every day. Please stop calling on the same 3 people. That video was actually kind of helpful. Can we do more labs or just something hands-on? She reads every single one, she adjusts, and class starts to feel human. Weeks later, a kid leaves this note. "This is my favorite class now. Thank you." And she taped that note onto the whiteboard. Now that's a lovely story. This isn't Monsters, Inc. It was a Monday. The class voted on a movie to watch for Friday because they had been good and they had gotten good grades or something like that. Everyone voted. It was a huge thing. The final tally is that Monsters, Inc. was the movie that they were going to watch on Friday. Heck yeah. Monsters, Inc. is awesome. Even the teacher said, "That's a great choice, class. I love that movie." Well, cut to Friday, somebody brought a big bag of popcorn and Ziploc bags. They were passing out popcorn to the whole class. People were hyped. The lights go off, everyone's ready, and then the teacher says this. "Okay, class, today we are watching The Miracle of Wheat Production, a 52-minute educational film made in 1987. You're gonna love this." Okay, so now everybody's confused. What the literal hell is happening right now? She presses play. The movie is grainy, the opening song is a banjo when you hear this. "Let's take a journey through the fascinating world of wheat." People don't really know what to say. The teacher's just sitting there smiling. Finally, one kid says loud enough for her to hear, "Yo, answer us. What happened to Monsters, Inc.?" Well, I realize it might not be educational enough, but you guys are gonna love this movie. I promise. Give it a chance. And they never forgave her for what she did that day. Do you want to learn how to lucid dream? A lucid dream is a dream in which you know you are dreaming and you can do literally whatever you want in this dream. But it's kind of a mysterious thing and it can be kind of difficult. But this app makes it incredibly easy. It's called Yoru X. They have a ton of tools, including a list of lucid dreaming techniques and how to do them. There's also a community of people that post their dreams on the app. They have a sleep tracker. They have their own AI that you can ask literally everything and anything about lucid dreaming and they will tell you. My favorite part is the AI dream image generator. You type in an image that you remember from your dream, and it will generate what that image looks like. For example, in one of my dreams, I was in this big open field, and in the middle of the field was Abraham Lincoln sitting on a chair. So I typed it in, and this is what they showed me. Pretty accurate to what I remember in my dream. Here are some crazy things that happened at fast food restaurants. Up first, when this dude was in high school, he worked at a McDonald's inside of a Walmart. Well, there was one Walmart employee that would come in every day to order 2 fish fillet sandwiches with extra tartar sauce. Well, on this particular day, the Walmart employee comes in and orders, "Hey man, yeah, the usual." "Hey, you got it, bro." When he got his 2 fish fillets with the extra sauce, he took a bite and decided that there was too much sauce, man. Watch the full video right here. This person needs to go back to school. Alright, the guy that shared the story said he used to work at a radio station, and they were taking calls from people that lived in the surrounding area. Well, a woman called to complain about a street sign.
Here's how it went. All right, next caller, you are on. Hi, yeah, thanks for answering the call. I'm a big fan of your show. Thank you so much. So what did you want to bring up to us today? Yeah, so I was driving along Horsefoot Road, and I noticed that the city put up deer crossing signs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, animal cruelty. Are you kidding me? What do you mean by that? Well, think about it, okay? The deer are gonna see that sign and they're gonna think, oh, this must be a safe place to cross the road. And then they cross and get hit by a car. Why would they put signs up like that? Ma'am, no, this is really messed up to have those signs there. Deer can't read signs. I'm pretty sure, no animals can read signs. The signs are there for the drivers to watch out for the deer, to slow down. I think deer just cross the street whenever they want. I mean, I'm not sure where you got this idea, but yeah. The woman then got pissed and started cursing at him on the air. She was then arrested a week later by police for attempting to pull up the deer crossing signs and throw them away. Here's a true story about a high school football player. The person that shared this said that the quarterback of their football team was very popular. What's up?
What up, bro?
Hey, Billy, what's cracking, buddy?
Butt cracks.
Stacy, looking nice.
Oh my god, stop.
Oh, Carla. Yeah.
Hey, you're stupid.
The girls loved him, the boys loved him, everyone loved him. He was the most popular kid at the school. He never did his homework and he failed all his tests, but his teachers passed him anyway because he is the reason the football team has won so many games. He continued this reign of high school royalty. He applied to colleges and he got full ride football scholarship. I also want to mention that this guy was kind of a bully. You're a loser, you're definitely a loser. I know. Well, 2 weeks after college started, he was sitting in his dorm alone, eating an apple, when he choked. And he died. On Monday, Mr. Davis said, "Bring a towel and wear old clothes on Friday, class." No explanation, that was it. And the rumors start instantly. Bro, we're painting. No, guys, we're making slime. One kid remembers seeing a package of unfilled water balloons in a Walgreens bag, sitting on Mr. Davis's desk. No, guys, listen to me. It's water balloons. That seemed like the most reasonable explanation. And kids got hyped. By Friday, everyone's ready. One kid brings a change of clothes, one kid's wearing goggles. Most of the class is in their swimsuits. They're super hyped. Well, they get in Mr. Davis's class and they walk outside. There's water balloons everywhere, buckets full of them, and the weather's perfect. This is a dream come true. Yes. Literally a dream. Imagine a water balloon fight in the middle of school day. That's when Mr. Davis says this. All right, class, today we are studying projectile motion. Huh? Each of you will take turns throwing one water balloon at that wall right there. Then we'll log your trajectory data and calculate your angles. That's it. It's an actual frickin' lesson. One by one, kids are launching water balloons at this blank wall. One kid really wanted to splash someone, so he fake stumbles and accidentally pops a balloon on one of his classmates. Oops. That felt nice. Hey, no fooling around. That's a 0 for both of you. Now, they were never promised a water balloon fight, but they built themselves up and they truly believed it. It started with one kid and a toaster. One day, this one kid brings a toaster to school, like an actual toaster. He plugged it into the wall outlet by the lockers and began making Pop-Tarts before first period. Morning, bro. What you doing? Oh, I'm making my breakfast. S'mores Pop-Tarts today. Is that your toaster? Absolutely. Well, this pre-class breakfast situation began to grow pretty quickly. By the next week, different groups of kids had brought in their own toaster. They were cooking up Eggos, jelly toast. People were bringing flasks of syrup. One kid brought in one of those electric flat iron stoves. Soon, every morning throughout the school, there were entire breakfast zones, each zone cooking a different breakfast item. And it was kind of awesome. These zones were behind the bleachers, in the band room, in a corner of the library. Teachers were finding pancake batter in the sinks. It was a mess. Well, quickly, the school shut it all down. But the smell of cinnamon lingered for a while. Then, my friends, on the last day of school, during morning announcements, which they always had a student do, people heard this. Oh my god. Did you guys smell that? The sound was the sizzling of bacon coming through the intercom in every room of the school, and people were beginning to smell the bacon. And right before they were able to turn off the intercom, everybody heard this. You can never take our breakfast. Long live breakfast. That kid wanted to end the year a legend, so he cooked bacon on the intercom to get back at the school for shutting down their breakfast clubs. That's absolutely hilarious. Chad, can you please move? I want to use the water fountain. Oh, hey, Kyle. I saw you sit out during gym class today. Yeah, I forgot my uniform at home. Yeah, right. I think you made that up because you're fat and you're lazy. Do you think your parents are proud of you? I don't know. Yeah, I think. I doubt that. I bet your parents change the subject when their friends ask about you. That is not true at all. Mrs. Stevens?
Chad, hi.
You're friends with my mom, right?
Yeah, we go to the same gym. I see her every Tuesday and Thursday.
Can you call her on speakerphone right now and just ask her about me?
I'll call her right now. Hello? Hi, Carol. How are you doing? Janie Stevens. Oh my god, I'm still sore from last week. Oh my god, me too. It's like I busted my booty.
Ask her.
So how's Chad doing? How about the weather today? Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, gotta go. Good chatting. Bye.
What? Move, idiot.
What the heck, bro?
Oh, you gonna cry, Kyle? Huh? You gonna cry? Yeah, I don't cry, Chad. You're such a loser, dude, and I don't know why, but I hate you so much. Right, dude? I hate you, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle sucks. Shut up, Billy. You pooped your pants last year, okay? I did. Hey, don't talk to my friend like that. I don't know what your problem is, Chad, but I'm guessing it's hard to pronounce. You mother. Yeah, and yours is next. I pooped. Kyle, what, Chad? Nice mustard on your shirt, you frickin' slob. Whatever, man. At least I didn't fail English 3 times. Good story, man, but in what chapter do you shut up? That was good, right? What was that, man? I could eat a can of alphabet soup and poop out a better comeback than that. In fact, stay there. I'll be right back. Perfect. Hey, Chad, what? Look. How did he do that? How did he do that? When this person was a senior in high school, the biggest fight anyone's ever seen broke out in one of the hallways. Kids were packed in there. Everyone was shouting, fight, fight, fight. People were so tightly packed, they couldn't even see. And when the teachers tried to break it up, they couldn't even get through to break it up. So the school called the police. 15 minutes later, 10 police officers show up and they start shoving their way through the crowd. When they got to the middle, it wasn't a fight that was happening. It was 2 students sitting on the ground playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots. When the police and the teachers realized that it wasn't actually a fight happening, all the students burst out laughing. Sounds like the best senior prank ever. Food that tastes better burnt. Corn. Shrimp. Breakfast sausages. Asparagus. Marshmallows for s'mores. Corned beef and hash. Baked macaroni and cheese. Cheez-Its. Octopus, bread, brownies, grilled cheese, pot stickers, baby, popcorn, Brussels sprouts, creme brulee, rice, chicken, carrots, and cheese. Can I go to the bathroom? You know the rules. This teacher had the worst bathroom policy ever. You weren't allowed to just ask. If you had to go, you had to stand up, walk to the front of the room, and explain why you deserved to go to the bathroom. Those were her words, deserved. She said it was about building confidence and reclaiming classroom trust. Mostly, she just didn't believe students were telling the truth. I've seen too many kids abuse the bathroom. If you really have to go, prove it. And so one day, this kid raises his hand. Usually, he avoids asking this teacher to use the bathroom because he just doesn't want to deal with all this. And during this class, he held it in as long as he could, but he really had to frickin' go. So he asks, Miss, can I go to the bathroom, please? You're gonna have to convince me. I'm not playing with you right now, miss. Can I please just go to the bathroom? I have to go so bad. You know the rules. Get up here and explain why you should go to the bathroom. Okay, fine. Can I do a visual demonstration? Whatever it takes. And yeah, by visual demonstration, that's exactly what he meant. This is your fault. He goes in his pants right then and right there. And the teacher, get this, she gets angry and sends him to the office. Go to the office now. He goes to the office and explains to the principal what had happened. And the principal did not take this lightly. Instead of seeing a kid disobeying a teacher's rule, he sees a teacher refusing to let students use the bathroom when they have to. After that day, in that class, if you had to use the bathroom, you were just allowed to go. And the principal gave that teacher her last warning. Yeah, she sounds horrible. He punched the teacher. Why? To get out of a quiz. So there was this one history teacher, ex-military, dude was jacked. He biked 10 miles to school every morning, kept an ab roller in the corner of the room, ate beans and spinach for lunch. Dude was built like a protein bar. One day he gives the class a pop quiz. Groans everywhere. That's when Jeff, the biggest kid in class, he was a football lineman, literal boulder with a backpack, he raises his hand. If I can punch you in the stomach and make you flinch, can we all get 100s on the pop quiz? Room goes silent, the teacher is staring at him, and he nods. Deal. He stands up, folds his arms behind his back, everyone gets out of the way. Jeff steps forward, winds up, and absolutely drills the teacher in the stomach. The teacher doesn't flinch, doesn't move, he just breathes and says, "Quiz stays. Take your seat, everybody." And that was it. Jeff became the kid that punched the teacher, and the teacher became the guy you never mess with. This teacher stole a deceased girl's necklace. It was middle school science class. The teacher had them doing some drawings of cells and whatever science stuff, so he had brought out some crayons and colored pencils. Well, he was getting very mad because for the past few days, the students were not putting the class supplies away. And I guess it was really bothering him. But instead of saying something, he told the class, "All right, class, we're doing something different tomorrow. I want you all to bring in something very important to you. Something that you would never want to lose." For what? "Oh, you'll see. It's gonna be lovely." Well, they brought in their stuff. A girl brought in a necklace. It was the other half to the one she was wearing. Well, the one she brought in belonged to her friend who had died in a snowmobile accident the year before. Somebody else brought a family heirloom. One kid brought in his dad's old watch. His dad had passed away 2 years ago. So it was some pretty important stuff to these kids. "Okay, really quick, everybody, hand me your items. Just put them up here on the desk, okay?" He put all the items in a cardboard box and said, "You will get these back when you start respecting my classroom and my supplies, okay?" "What? My dad's watch?" No, mister, I need the necklace back, please." He didn't care at all. All of this over some crayons and colored pencils. The class didn't get their things back for over a week. Some parents had to get involved. It was a very big thing, and he never apologized once. He pre-ordered a cake for his mom's birthday. "Okay, I'll pick it up soon." It was a custom order. He walks into the bakery, gives the pickup name, "Carlos." "Okay, I have your cake right here." Then a woman steps closer to him. "Hi, that's a really nice cake." "It is, right? Can I have it?" "No, sorry, it's a custom-made cake." "But custom-made cakes take so long. I want yours." The guy just turned his back to walk away, but this woman turns him around. "Okay." "No, don't walk away from me." "Excuse me? Give me that cake right now." "Absolutely not. It's my mom's birthday cake." "Well, me and my kid want it more than your mom." This guy sees the kid buyer and looks at him. Leave me honest. The kid doesn't even care. The worker comes over. "Hey, what's going on in here?" "I want that cake." The worker says no, so this woman tackles the guy. "Hey man, run! Take your cake and get out of here!" The guy then escapes the shop with the cake, while this woman and the worker are fighting on the floor. The cops were called, and that woman was arrested. But seriously, who crashes out that hard over a cake? Doesn't make any sense to me. She's nuts. It was the school's Halloween costume contest. Everybody's in full costume. Teachers, judges, the whole gym is packed. Students are making their walks across the stage and the judges are judging. So one kid gets up and he's wearing a basic Walmart hot dog costume. But for some reason, the entire school went nuts when they saw this. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Oh my God. They started chanting, "Hot dog kid! Hot dog kid!" And he ends up winning the costume contest. Well, the next year, same contest, the crowd's a little bigger this time, and students are making their way across the stage and the judges are judging. Well, the hot dog kid from the year before shows up dressed as a penguin. Big puffy suit, he's making his way, and now it's his turn to stand in the middle of the gym stage. Crickets. The entire gym is quiet. Then he smiles, takes his hand, rips off the penguin costume, and underneath, he's wearing the same hot dog costume from last year. The gym erupts. He's doing it again. He did it again. Hot dog kid is back. Everyone's going crazy. They're chanting hot dog kid over and over and over again. Guess what? He wins again. He walked off that stage a legend for the second year in a row. And then he graduated. But nobody ever forgot hot dog kid. tell you that much. 12 weeks, 1 chicken, and nobody found out. This happened at a farming boarding school, which, first of all, I had no idea a farming boarding school existed, but they do. One weekend, this student goes into town and comes back with a live chicken. A full-grown, living, squawking chicken. No one knows why. Nobody asks questions. All they know is that that chicken lives in his dorm now. He feeds it scraps. He names him Henry. You're such a good boy, Henry. No, you're a good boy. Stop. This went on for 12 weeks. 12 weeks of clucks, feathers, and somehow total secrecy from the authorities. No staff ever caught him, and the people living on the floor didn't say anything. Eventually, he let that chicken go back on a local farm. He was sad, but he planned to visit it. So 2 months after he dropped it off, he stopped by. Hey, I'm here to see Henry. Oh yeah, Henry! He died. A coyote ate him last night. Gnarly scene.
What?
His carcass is out back. You want to see it? No! Rest in peace, Henry. This kid went to a private school, and it was a rule that students were not allowed to have their phones on them. Well, one day, the vice principal bursts into one of these classrooms, and in a panic, he says, "Quick, I need to use someone's phone right now. Somebody please help me." The students were like, "You can use mine, Mr. Johnson. I have one too. You can use it if you want. You can use mine, Mr. J." Turns out there wasn't actually an emergency. The vice principal wanted to trick their students into revealing that they had their phones on them. 10 students in that class got detention that day. That's bogus. Super strange Craigslist prank. One day, the student and his friend posted an ad on Craigslist as a joke. The ad said, "Looking for a man to be filmed eating a sandwich." Is that good? Bro, that's perfect. Post it. The funny thing is, they got 12 responses on that ad. Some people wanted to be filmed eating a sandwich so bad, they even sent them their resumes. Well, there was one guy who applied. He was rather nerdy looking. On the day of the shoot, this guy shows up. Now, eat the sandwich. But like, act excited. Be enthusiastic, okay? Be more excited about this. Yeah! Yeah, nice. Perfect. I love this. I love the sandwich. Perfect. Did we get it? Now pretend to be a squirrel eating it. Okay. Alright, we got it. Nice job, man. And he left. They never saw him again. People who were legends in their high school. This kid named Carlos was a new student at this school, and one kid decided he was gonna bully Carlos every day. This kid was super mean, and Carlos, for the first few days, just took it. Well, eventually, Carlos had enough. One day, while this kid was bullying Carlos pretty bad, Carlos took a step back, spun around, and kicked him in the face. Obviously, that kid didn't know he was bullying a Taekwondo national champion. Needless to say, Carlos was never bullied again. Legendary.
ভিতরটা শিমুল তুলার মতো নরম হয়ে ছিল যাওয়ার সাথে সাথে একটা
তুমি এতদিন যা করেছো তাতে আমার একটুও মন গলেনি আর তোমাকে ভালোবাসার কোনো কারণ
ও আপনি সে বড় ভাই আপনার নাম তো আমি বহুত শুনছি কিন্তু আমার
বুঝছস
ভাই আমি এটাই বুঝলাম না আপনি এই মাইয়া তানিয়ার মধ্যে কি পাইছেন এলাকার সব মাইয়া আপনি
মানুষ মাত্রই ভুল করে তাতে কি
ভাই এমন যে করব
দাঁড়া মাথার ভিতর অলরেডি একদম তানিয়ার বাপরে আমি চ্যালেঞ্জ করছি 7 দিনের মধ্যে তানিয়া আমারে আমি প্রেমে ফলাবো কেমনে বেটা কস না কেন বেটা
ভাই কি কমু কোন মানে হ্যারে বাড়িতে কেমনে বাইক করবে এটা তো জানি না এর মধ্যে আপনি কবিতা দিয়ে দিচ্ছেন আমি তো
কোন হারামজাদা আমার মায়েরা ডিস্টার্ব করে
খালু আপনি শুধু শুধু রাগ করছেন
আমি হইতাছি রিকশা তুমি হইতাছে এসি বাস
মামা ভাড়া নিত
আপনার ছেলের সাথে আমি আমার মেয়েকে বিয়ে দিব ঠিক আছে ভাই
ফুটে যাব না মানে এত হ্যান্ডসাম ফ্রেন্ডলি সুন্দর
হারজিত চিরদিন থাকবে একটা এতিম ছেলের জন্য আজকে আমি
আমার মতো একটা মানুষকে ভালোবাসা যায়
সত্যি বলতেছো তানিয়া
সেলিম
আবার আসবো স্যার আগে আপনার বাসায় আসতে গেলে পা কাঁপতো এখন আর পা কাঁপ না
বন্ধু তুই যদি রক্ত দেস
ভালো লাগে না রে দোস্ত।
না দুলা ভাই, আমি তো কোচিং এ যাই নাই, আমার তো বাসায় গেস্ট আসছে আর আমার আম্মু তো একা, এজন্য আমি যাই না।
আমার পড়াশোনা সবকিছু বন্ধ করে দিবে, তখন আমি কি করব?
আরে ছাইরা দে। ভালোবাসা যে এত প্যারা, এত কষ্ট, এত জ্বালা যন্ত্রণা, জানলে ভালোই বাসতাম। জিসান আর তুলির ভালোবাসার ইতিহাস, তাই রক্ত লাগবে দোস্ত।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম দুলা ভাই। আরে শালা, ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। কি খবর, কেমন আছো?
বান্ধবীও তো যায় না, এতবার ফোন দিলাম ফোনও ধরতেছে না। তুমি একটা ফোন দাও তো, ফোন বের করো।
কি বলেন দুলা ভাই, ও যায় নাই? কথা হইছে, ভাইয়া বলছে যে ভাইয়া আমাদের কোচিং এর সামনে আর আসবে না, আর তোকে ডিস্টার্বও করবে না।
জানো না
কারণ না,
আমি 1 থেকে 3 গুনবো না বাবা। প্রেম হইলেই হবে, প্রেম হইলে এমনি ডিস্টেন্স হবে বাবা। আমার খালি ওরে দরকার।
রক্ত কেন?
ইতিহাস লিখবো, ভালোবাসার ইতিহাস।
ভালো আছি, আপনি ভালো আছেন? আমি তো ভালো আছি। তো তোমার বোন কোথায়?
আচ্ছা একটা মিনিট, আমি কল দিচ্ছি।
এক রাতে ভালো হয়ে গেল, এটাও আমার বিশ্বাস করতে হবে? দোস্ত আমার না ভয় লাগছে।
আসতে বলবো না, সেটা আমার একটু জরুরি কথা আছে।
বাবা,
ভাই
আমি তো এলাকা ছাড়ার আগে
তুমি একটা গিরাট টুকরা ছেলে, যেই ছেলে।
তানিয়া, আমার পিস্তলটা নিয়ে আয় তো।
টাকা দুধটা, টাকা কি দুধটা রাইখে গেলাম।
মাত্র সে ফেসবুকে স্ট্যাটাস দিয়েছে সে একটি অনাথ বাচ্চাকে
কত স্যাক্রিফাইস করছি, এলাকার বড় ভাই থেকে রিক্সা চালক হয়ে গেলাম, আর সেইটাই করবো। যে গরম না, আর এই বড় ভাই তোর মায়ের চিকিৎসার দায়িত্ব নিছে। সেলিম ভাই ভালোবাসার লেগে জেল খাটছিল।
ভাই আপনি যত কথাই
এই বাড়িতে ওই বদমাইশটার কথা একবারও ভুলে উচ্চারণ করবা না।
ভাই, মিনিমাম আপনি 17 লাইনের একটা কবিতা লেখেন। 17 লাইনের কবিতা
কিন্তু ছাপাই না, সব মাথার ভিতরে থাকে। যখন পড়তে ইচ্ছা করে মাথা, আমি জানো ওরে বাপ করে দিই। আর আমি কি কমু জানো? কমু তানিয়া ভালো কেমনে বেটা, কস না কেন, বেটা।
এটা পড়ে আপনার প্রেমে পুরো রূপ করে পড়ে যাবো। আর তোর আপনি পারবেন ভাই, আপনি পারবেন।
ও 700 লাইন লিখবো, আর বাদ বাকি 300 লাইন আমি লেখা বলাম।
একটু নামিয়ে দাও। মানে ও ছাড়া পাক না পাক তাতে আমাদের কি?